Hi, my name is Kevin Hawkins, and today I'm going to be talking about eating disorders. So, what is an eating disorder? An eating disorder is an illness where someone has irregular eating habits and severe distress about their own body weight. The three most well-known eating disorders are anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Eating disorders affect both men and women. Eating disorders can occur at any point in a person's life, but most commonly occur during teen years or early adulthood. These disorders commonly coexist with other mental disorders such as anxiety, depression, or substance abuse. Anorexia nervosa is a serious, potentially life-threatening disorder characterized by self-starvation and excessive weight loss. The warning signs of anorexia may include dramatic weight loss, preoccupation with weight, food, calories, fat grams, and dieting, refusal to eat certain foods progressing to restrictions against whole categories of foods such as carbohydrates, frequent comments about feeling fat or overweight despite weight loss, anxiety about gaining weight or being fat, denial of hunger, development of food rituals such as eating foods in certain orders, excessive chewing, rearranging food on a plate, consistent excuses to avoid mealtime or situations involving food, excessive rigid exercise regimen despite weather, fatigue, illness, or injury, or the need to burn off calories is taken in, withdrawal from usual friends and activities. Symptoms of anorexia may include inadequate food intake leading to a weight that is clearly too low, intense fear or weight gain, obsession with weight and persistent behavior to prevent weight gain, self-esteem overly related to body image, inability to appreciate the severity of the situation. Binge eating disorder. The exact cause of binge eating disorder is unknown, but certain theories suggest that adults with binge eating disorder may have differences in brain chemistries that could interfere with the ability to regulate food intake, create or increase the wanting of a particular food, or a family history of certain life experiences may also play a role. Symptoms are regularly eating far more food than most people would in a similar time period under similar circumstances, feeling a loss of control or your eating during binge or over how much you are eating. When binge eating, you experience three or more of these: eating extremely fast, eating beyond feeling full, eating large amounts of foods when not hungry, eating alone to hide how much you are eating, feeling terrible about the binge eating, or feeling very upset by eating binges, having been binge eating on average at least once a week for 3 months. Unlike adults with other eating disorders, those with binge eating disorders don't routinely try to undo their excessive eating with extreme actions like throwing up or over-exercising. Bulimia nervosa is an eating disorder characterized by frequent episodes of binge eating, followed by frantic efforts to avoid gaining weight. It affects both men and women of all ages. When you're struggling with bulimia, life is a constant battle between the desire to lose weight or stay thin and the overwhelming compulsion to binge eat. It's important to note that bulimia doesn't necessarily involve purging, physically eliminating food from the body by throwing up or using laxative enemas or diuretics. If you make up your binges by fasting, exercising, or going on crash diets, these also qualify as bulimia. Physical signs of bulimia include calluses or scars on the knuckles or hands from sticking your fingers down your throat to induce vomiting, puffy chipmunk chinks caused by repeating vomiting, discolored teeth from exposure to stomach acids when throwing up may look yellow, ragged, and clear. Not underweight. Men and women with bulimia are usually normal weight or slightly overweight. Being underweight while purging might indicate a purging type of anorexia. Frequent fluctuations in weight Weight may fluctuate by 10 pounds or more due to alternating episodes of binging and purging. Purging signs and symptoms include going to the bathroom after meals, frequently disappears after meals or takes a trip to the bathroom to throw up, may run water to disguise sounds of vomiting, or using laxatives, diuretics, or enemas after eating, may also take diet pills to curb appetite, to use the sauna to sweat out the water weight. Smell of vomit. The bathroom of a person may smell like vomit. They may try to cover up the smell with mouthwash, perfume, air freshener, gum, or mints. Excessive exercising. Works out strenuously, especially after eating. Typical activities include high-intensity calorie burners such as running or aerobics. Binge eating signs and symptoms. Lack of control over eating, inability to stop eating, eating until the point of physical discomfort and pain. Secrecy surrounding eating, going to the kitchen after everyone else has gone to bed, or going out alone on unexpected food runs, wanting to eat in privacy. Eating unusual large amounts of food with no obvious change in weight. Disappearance of food, numerous empty wrappers or food containers in the garbage of hidden stashes of junk food. Alternating between overeating and fasting, rarely eats normal meals. It's an all or nothing when it comes to food. Steps to bulimia recovery. Admit you have a problem. Up until now, you've been invested in the idea that life will be better, that you'll finally feel good if you lose more weight and control what you eat. The first step of bulimia recovery is admitting that your relationship to food is distorted and out of control. It can be hard to talk about what's going on, especially if you keep your bulimia in a secret for a long time. You may be ashamed, oblivious, or afraid of what others will think. But it's important to understand that you're not alone. Find a good listener, someone who will support you and try to get better. Stay away from people, places, and activities that trigger your temptations to binge or purge. You may need to avoid looking at fashion or fitness magazines. Spend less time with friends who constantly diet and talk about losing weight. Stay away from weight loss websites such as Promia sites that promote bulimia. You may also need to be careful when it comes to meal planning and cooking magazines and shows. Seek professional help. The advice and support of trained eating disorder professionals can help you regain your health and learn how to eat normally again and develop healthier attitudes about your food and your body.